104. We are having a different structure to these sessions. We're obviously not going to be live trading anymore on these sessions, as we're just going to be bringing you, the last weekly recap, and then what the news is for the previous week, how we did in the portfolio, and we're also going to be going over some news that's happening this week as well. So we'll also, go over here. We're in, our Robinhood account. You see current value right here of our trading portfolio. But let's go over how we did last week in the trading portfolio, guys. So our weekly recap from last week that we posted this previous weekend, this past weekend in the Discord. We had a total brand value of around $47,000 to $48,000, guys, and to our account, and that is, Mogul 30 is around 28.3 there, and then we also have the Mogul pot that is around 16 to 17, and then the rest is cash for club activities and other stuff like that, what we want to do with that cash. So that is pretty much the brand value as of today on today's video. Last week's profit, total week profit, and it is kind of, we're in a hard situation because we just switched over from Webull over to Robinhood, and we are waiting for the cost basis. So it's really difficult for us to trade right now until we get those cost basis, the average cost of each position. We may have to just liquidate everything, start over. But we are still seeing if Webull can bring those cost basis over the average cost, because we still don't have cost basis in some positions, and then they're way off on some positions as well. So we'll see what happens. But right now we did some new broker maintenance, meaning there was some cash that I had in the portfolio before it became the Mogul Fellows portfolio. I personally gave that to Mogul Fellows, as stated in the last session, and so it's hard. We were trading existing positions that were in the portfolio last week, and so this is kind of us liquidating some positions that I had that I did not think that Mogul Fellows should have. And then we also, I do want to mention coming up, that we did turn some positions into long-term positions, so we have more case studies. So that will be announced here after we announce the weekly stats here of last week. But last week we have a total weekly profit. We had a total weekly profit of $600.33. We freed up $900.87.53. That was the capital used to make that $633. And our total capital deployed last week was $2,800. So that was the total capital that was put into positions last week, guys. So we did, let's see here, 300 of that was on the 29th. We had looks like 600 on the 30th. We had 500 on the 1st. That was the start of Q4. And 600 on the 2nd, and then 800 on the 3rd, guys, on Friday. So that brought it up to $2,800 that was put into the market, that will hopefully get us good profits moving forward. And so our total inflow to outflow, so we put in 2,800, and then we freed up $900.87.53. So, and the total ROI, so if we do $600.33 divided by the capital used, that is 987.53, comes out to 0.79%. Obviously, these positions were in the portfolio before Mogul Fellows even came to the portfolio, came to Robinhood, and these were just positions that we exited. So realistically, I would put an asterisk on these positions because it wasn't even part of the Mogul Fellows portfolio, and it was just us doing broker maintenance. So we do want to still use that, and we contributed accordingly. So the Mogul stock pot to our long-term stock portfolio, we did 50% of the profit, so the 633. That was $300. Mogul crypto pot, our crypto portfolio, we did 150, got sent over there. Mogul spending cash, just cash on hand, 20% at 120, and then 5% of that is towards paying myself, and that was $30. So that was pretty much the weekly stats, and obviously this is a new thing that we're doing on these sessions, so they will evolve over time, and we just wanted to bring the basics of what happened last week. So the news last week, start of Q4, the end of Q3, we had the government shutdown, but we saw that the market really doesn't care, and we are ripping higher as it looked like last week, guys. We do have here new broker maintenance, waiting for cost basis to transfer, selling existing positions. And then here it is, guys, adding new case studies from existing positions in Robinhood that I had. And this includes, we had Archer that we sent over, that was sent over last night. And we also had Grab. We had a good amount of Grab in the portfolio. And we had Recourse Systems, guys. Recourse Systems is a AI camera play, so that was transferred over to the long-term stock pot as well. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I should write them down here. Next time I'll have to write them down. But what else do we have? I think, no, that's it, guys. And then we also obviously have our Tesla case study, and then our Mogul stock, or Mogul crypto pot, and our crypto case study. So these positions, Grab, Recourse Systems, and Archer, are going to be case studies along with Tesla and our crypto. So switch this song here. All right, guys. So as far as news goes for the case study positions, we had Tesla announcing record-beating quarterly 497,000 deliveries, the best ever. As far as deliveries go in a quarter, guys. We had Elon becoming the 500 billion net worth. And then also, guys, Tesla over the weekend came out with a banger teaser, guys. If you guys have not seen that teaser, it's all over the internet, and it's first it was if you haven't seen it, go to our Instagram, Mogul Fellows. I posted it there, but it's pretty much like a turbine or a wheel spinning, and it sounds like a turbine, guys. So there's speculation that it might be drones, speculation we might have a partnership with Archer, speculation that they also announced, or they also dropped another teaser of a car headlights looking in the dark with headlights, and a lot of people are trying to combine the two, saying it's probably the Roadster, Tesla Roadster, maybe a flying aspect of the Tesla Roadster. That's very speculative, but people say they're two different products. Maybe they're announcing the Roadster and something else, maybe drones, part of Archer, or we are gonna have an eVTOL that's gonna be coming out here. So who knows, guys? We obviously don't know. Tesla hasn't released anything else, and that is going to be released tomorrow, guys, October 7th. The news on that. So we'll see if Tesla announces anything, but right now they haven't. What else, guys? Last week, we had crypto reaching, new heights. So Bitcoin going back to an all-time high, guys, at 125,000, which is insane, guys, which is very insane. So nothing really with Recor. Recor is a very, speculative position that we have, but we have a lot of it. So we will, give, news on that company as it comes out. But mainly, speculative play on our part. And then Grab, we will also announce news as that comes out too. If banger news comes out for that. But really, Tesla and Archer possible partnership. We saw that Archer video that got released, and it had Optimus in the video, and it had Cybercab in the video, and then Tesla releases this yesterday, kind of a turbine like wheel, and it sounded like a helicopter or some sort of drone. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much the weekly recap of last week. We see right now the S&P 500 really, ripping to highs at 672.67. We see it trading currently at 671.61, and we see it in overbought levels, guys. We saw AMD. There's AMD news that we will mention here in a moment, but we see them ripping at 25.62%. We see Archer up on the news today on rumors that it might partner with Tesla, as we just talked about. We see Mara ripping 8.71, and INQ, SoFi. So the ones in the check mark, guys, if you guys are not familiar with Robinhood, are the ones we are currently in. If you guys want to see the details of every single position, our buy alerts, sell alerts, go to our website, mogulfellows.com, and get our be a part of the club and get our Discord invite when you become a Mogul Fellows member, guys. So if you guys don't know, Tesla Mogul 30 trading strategy, we look at 5, we're in 30, and we adjust accordingly. So that is the S&P 500. Our positions, we see really Starbucks, Bros, Hood down, HD, Ford, them down not a whole lot. We see Starbucks really down 4.63%, really coming down to that 39 RSI level there, guys. So yeah, so we'll see what happens this week. Let's go over some news here that I asked Grok. We pretty much asked Grok what was the biggest news with the stock market today, guys. And we see the biggest stock market news on October 6, 2025 centered around AMD, which saw its stock soar by 27.2% after announcing a deal with OpenAI to deploy 6 gigawatts of its newest chips. We announced this on our Instagram page, so if you guys are not following our Instagram page, Mogul Fellows, this development significantly boosted the NASDAQ and S&P 500, with both indexes hitting new closing highs despite a U.S. government shutdown, guys. The excitement around AI-driven investment also contributed to the bullish market sentiment, with gold and Bitcoin also reaching new record highs. So that is the big news that we had today, with AMD really smoking it here, guys. We see this candle just just skyrocket up, guys. We see it at a 78 RSI level on the 1-year, 1-day chart, guys. So AMD now having a partnership alongside NVIDIA with OpenAI, guys. And I cannot wait until OpenAI goes public. I cannot wait to trade that stock, and we will maybe turn it into a case study position. But we saw really AMD selling off here around September 5th there, close to oversold levels. And, since that news today really helped, Lee Sue over there at AMD and AMD employees and investors, and, they're really liking this. So if we look to NVIDIA, let's look at NVIDIA, guys. It was down on the day, not a lot, 0.94%, almost a percent, but, we still seeing it at a 59 RSI level. Didn't really get hit that much, guys. So that is the AMD NVIDIA news. Let's also go to BTC. So Bitcoin, guys, we have Bitcoin at an all-time high, hitting 125.725, guys. That is insane. I think there's some people saying that it's going to get to 150 by the end of the year. There's some price targets that say that, it's going to get to an all-time high. You see this wonderful chart here, guys, with a 200-day really, moving up and upward. Seeing it overbought level 72.70, guys. And, I really wish we would have bought more while this was down. We did buy some, don't get me wrong, but I wish we bought more of it, guys, because now it is skyrocketing. We'll see if we see a downward trend here coming along, or if it's just going to keep ripping, guys. We see ETH, and I think everyone's talking about BMNR. That is Tom Lee's company. We look at ETH right here first, and we see it really at a 63 RSI level. We see it trying to reach that all-time high at 4955. We have it trading at 4693. And then when we look at BMNR and Tom Lee's company here, we see it really setting up here, guys, to make a run. So, they want to try and get 5% of the total supply of Ethereum, and, they really want to try and stake it and get, consistent income coming in for this company. So that would be insane on BMNR's part. This stock right here is on our watch list to possibly turn into a case study position as well. But we'll see. We already have, crypto as a, case study position with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. So, but this is really eye-opening right here. So BMNR, a lot of people talking about this stock, a lot of people getting into this stock because they think Ethereum will rip higher here. And, if you think about it, the best way I could explain it is Bitcoin is like gold, and then holds value, and then Ethereum with the blockchain and people using the blockchain, it is kind of like oil, guys. So that's the best way for me to explain. And Tom Lee really trying to take advantage of this treasury by getting into this treasury and running it to try and get the total supply that they have to 5%, or they want to get 5% of the total supply of Ethereum, and then they want to stake it, which would be crazy, the amount of income that they would bring in from staking 5% of the total supply of Ethereum. So that is interesting. We have our eye on BMNR. What else is in the news, guys? All right, guys, so let's go over some this news. We see futures right here, but let's read this right here. Stocks rose to new heights on a Monday, fueled by enthusiasm about a potential acceleration in mergers and acquisitions activity and upcoming Federal Reserve rate cut. The S&P 500 closed at a fresh record for the 32nd time this year, up for 7 straight days, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ notched its 31st all-time high of 2025. The Dow Jones Industrial Average ended the day lower, however. The Russell 2000 of small capitalization stocks, meanwhile, finished the previous session at a record high after crossing 2,500 for the first time. Non-fiat assets also surged. Gold soared to an all-time high above 3,900 per ounce on Monday on optimism of a upcoming interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve. Typo right there. Bitcoin hit an all-time high above 125. We just mentioned that. Here is a quote from Keith Lerner. Looks like there is certainly concentration risk, and if you have a little bit of money that moves out of these large cap names, a little bit of outflow and inflow into smaller caps can go a long way. So I like the idea of hedging some of your risk with small caps. So that's his opinion. The record-breaking market comes as investors appear to brush off concerns tied to the current U.S. government shutdown that is now on its second week, guys. The shutdown has delayed the release of key economic data, such as the September jobs report that was expected Friday, and therefore lessened the amount of information available for the Fed ahead of its next interest rate decision. A longer shutdown coupled with this data blackout comes at a time when risks to the labor market and inflation remain top of mind. This could put more investor attention on Fed minutes due to Wednesday afternoon, as well as commentary expected this week from several Fed officials, including Vice Chair Michelle Bowman, Governor Stephen Moran, and Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari. Corporate earnings report also are starting to trickle out, with a look at Pepsi and Delta Airline results on this coming Thursday. Stocks have raced ahead in recent weeks, spurred by flurry of artificial intelligence deals, guys. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite are coming off their fourth weekly gain in 5 weeks, while the 30 stock Dow last week advanced for the third time in 4 weeks. To be sure, prominent investors are increasingly calling attention to market frothing concerns of an AI bubble. I can't say that word, of the dot-com frenzy in 1999. So they're saying that it looks similar to the AI bubble of 1999, guys, which would be crazy. What do you guys think? Is there a AI bubble that that the market is currently having right now? We do keep ripping to all-time highs. People are excited about AI. Are they too excited, though? That's the thing. Are they too excited, and then is it too good to be true? So that is something that we do need to pay attention to. Is this a bubble, guys? We look at, let's go SPX. And we saw Liberation Day right here really brought it down to 4,835, and now trading at 6,750. There are price targets saying that 7,000 by the end of the year, which I think we're only 250 off from that, 250 points off. So that's going to be pretty crazy if we get more cuts, more interest rate cuts, and then maybe we get the government to open back up, and we see great earnings, the upcoming earnings. We could see this stock market really rip way higher, and then we also could see crypto really rip higher as well, guys. So that is pretty much it, guys. If there anything else I want to say here, I don't believe so, guys. We are going to try and work. We might have to liquidate the positions and then restart if we don't get those cost basis, the average costs over, because it just throws us all off, guys. Our positions, I need to know the average cost, and they need to be accurate for me to trade and for me to really calculate the profits and everything. So we may have to liquidate the positions, and I'll have to figure it out during tax time. but I have to liquidate the positions to start new positions. That way I could know exactly what the average costs are, because Robinhood just got what Webull sent over, and Webull, I don't believe, sent over the entire information to Robinhood. So I might have to contact Webull or liquidate the trading positions and then restart. So I do also want to take away some stocks and then bring in some stocks such as BMNR possibly, and other blue chip stocks that I would like to trade. And then we also are thinking about doing some more case studies as well. Start more case studies with BMNR possibly, and possibly some other stocks as well. So you guys get into the Discord, guys. Become a Mogul Fellows member. Go over to mogulfellows.com, check out membership. You're going to go to our WAP. That's what we have it on right now. And once you buy, it's $99 one time, or I believe $2.99 per month. And once you get that, once you pay, you will get access to the Discord. I do want to mention, if you do pay monthly, try and get in for $3, and thinking that then cancel the membership, it'll reboot you out of the Discord, guys. So you got to definitely pay $2.99 a month or $99 one time. That is on WAP. And you can find it on our Mogul Fellows on our website, guys, mogulfellows.com. What else? I think that is it, guys. Hopefully gonna drop some new apparel here soon. I have this one right here. This is the Tesla Bowl. It says "Squeeze the Shorts" on the back. You can find that on our merch shop here. And yeah, the website is under construction, so we'll be able to bring that to you as soon as we get it all beautiful and get it working, guys. So we need more content on the website, and it's gonna look good. So hopefully we could get that going soon. And the VIP section on the website is under construction as well. If you're a member in the Discord and see it all under construction, that is why. Yeah, guys, this is awesome. Going to the Robinhood conference lately really motivated me to jump over to Robinhood, and I'm expecting really great things with this new broker. So I started investing with Robinhood, guys, back in 10 years ago, I believe. 10 years ago I started with Robinhood because it was free, guys. Every time you traded, it was free, no commissions. A lot of kids don't even know you had to pay stock to Robinhood. Really changed the game on that, guys. And then I branched off to different brokers, and then now I'm back on Robinhood, guys, with the Mogul Fellows public portfolio, trading portfolio. So yeah, guys, get into the Discord, mogulfellows.com. Until next time, guys, hit the outro.